What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully, guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. Also, everybody, do want to mention personal services are restocked on my website. So if you're interested, it's going to be the first link in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and get a reading with me. Now, as always, first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Libra. So let's go ahead and get it popping, guys, and see what's going on here for today's daily reading. All right, starting out here with the Libra peeps. Let's see what's going on here for you. Hey, everybody, what's going on, Fawn? What's happening, Summer? What's going on, Moon Woman? Hey, Lila. Hello. Hey, Latasha. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Julia. How you guys doing? Hope all is well. All right, guys, let's see what's going on here for the zodiac sign of Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Libra? Messages for Team Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Libra, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Having a look here at the overall energy for you, we do have here the Sun card. Taking a look here at your current energy, we got the Knight of Cups, looking at what it is you're dealing with. Eight of Swords in reverse, looking at the outcome for you, Libra. 10 of Pentacles. Now, Libra, I got a random message to convey to you that's coming through intuitively. If you've been feeling warmth at night, almost like you're getting a hug, or if you've kind of felt that energy of somebody sitting at the end of your bed, like when you're sleeping at night, I don't think it's about like waking up in the middle of the night feeling something, but like before you go to bed, if you've been feeling this energy of warmth surrounding you, or this energy of being hugged, or somebody sitting at the edge of your bed, you know, that definitely could be a loved one. Now, I'm not a medium. I don't claim to be a medium, but that's the energy that was just coming up intuitively. So if you've been wanting to know if it's a positive energy or a negative energy, it feels very positive to me. So I wouldn't be scared of what that is. Okay. That would be my advisory there for a Libra, whoever, like the one Libra who's dealing with that. That would be my advice. I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be fearful. I would just definitely look at it as a positive energy. It does feel like somebody here who knows you. It's a very familiar kind of energy here as well. Okay. Now, looking at your tarot, let's go ahead and begin that over here. Okay. So we got here the Sun as the overall, and then taking a look at the current Knight of Cups. So the overall energy to the current energy, Sun to the Knight of Cups. You're definitely moving more forward in a better direction, it feels. Kind of gives me the vibe here for you, Libra, where it's like maybe lately, like not in the next 24 hours, but recently, maybe you kind of felt like it's been hard to be in a good mood, or it's been hard to be in a positive energy. You know, it's kind of been blah and meh, but I feel like that's turning around here for you, moving into your next 24 hours. I mean, taking a look here at what it is you're dealing with the Eight of Swords reversed. Eight of Swords reversed here represents, you know, you don't have anything you're overthinking about. You don't have any negativity in your mind. It's like everything seems a lot more calm and a lot more relaxed. And looking at the outcome here for you, 10 of Pentacles, fantastic outcome here. This is the energy of being very content, being in a high grounded place, and overall being in a space of abundance. So I feel like if Libras have not really been having much of a good time recently, expect a turnaround showing up here for you in your next 24 hours, which I do genuinely feel is going to be carrying out throughout the rest of your week here too. So things are turning around, things are looking up here for you. If it's been a bit of an overwhelming, overthinking, and stressful time, maybe that happened a lot last week, maybe that was happening yesterday on Monday, but now picking up from the next 24, you can expect the rest of the week here to feel a lot more light, a lot more grounded, and a lot more fun. And I also think that it's because of what you're doing action-wise. Maybe you're choosing to be more social, to be around your friends more, and to kind of go out and do some stuff. You know, the more that you're kind of put in social environments and being around good people, the more that energy lifts up your own energy too, right? So that could be showing up for some of you guys as well. That might be one of the reasonings or one of the actions that you're taking that's raising your vibration here, moving on forward into the next 24. But regardless, even if you're a Libra now and you're watching this video and you're like, well, Ant, I don't feel this at all. I don't feel a turnaround. So then why can't you create one? You know, that's something to talk about, right? You know, I'm not feeling this turnaround. This ain't my story. So why can't we create a turnaround moving into the next 24 hours? Why don't you decide to wake up tomorrow, set the intention to do something great for you? You know, set the intention to go do something that's going to be fun, to go hang out with people, go make some plans moving into the next 24 hours. Go wake up in the morning and do something great that's self-care for you, whatever that may be. Maybe take a nice warm shower, right? Maybe go after work, have a bottle of wine, chat with some friends, order a fucking pizza, right? At the end of the day, whatever you can do to raise your vibration, maybe meditation is one of your favorite things to do, fucking do it, right? If you're a Libra watching this right now and you're like, okay, I don't see a turnaround happening, create that turnaround because you have that within your power too. All right. All right, though, Libra. Nonetheless, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But I feel like many of you are moving into a much more grounded energy. The sun's coming in. The clouds are settling, the clouds are dissipating, and you're moving into better vibes here. Yeah? All right? I like that. All right, Libra, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, Libra, you guys went yesterday, and you also got first here today as well, so shout out to the Libras for pulling through. So we started out here with air signs, so we're going to go ahead and do air, water, earth, fire. So going on into our water, let's have a look here at the Cancer. What's going on here for the Cancer, baby? Message is here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here for the zodiac sign of Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Cancer, you had a Justice card flop out for a few of you. I do feel like things are getting settled for some of you here. So when I say that things are getting settled, it could be about settling debt for a few of you. It could be about settling any kind of dispute, disagreement between you and other people. So there could be some sort of settlement showing up here in the next 24 hours. If you've been waiting on money coming in from a settlement, that could be coming through here for you as well. But nonetheless, Cancer, and we're going to get a few more shuffles, and then we'll have a look here at your reading. Hopefully we're looking at some awesome stuff. All right, Team Cancer. Overall energy here is going to be the Queen of Cups. Having a look here at your current energy, we have here the King of Wands. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we have here the Six of Swords reversed. And looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on here for you guys at this time. So we have here the Queen of Cups all the way to the King of Wands. You know, this is an energy here right now that is you being involved in a space where you are definitely connected to your emotions. And I feel like your emotions are becoming very powerfully combined with what you desire. Now, Cancer, this is an awesome recipe. This is an awesome recipe for manifestation because as Cancerians, we're super emotional. And when we visualize, when we desire something and we add that emotion in, it can be a very powerful technique for manifestation. I notice that I manifest things way too fucking easily. You know, I really do. And most of the time, I'll try to hold off on the things that I'm manifesting, but then it just aligns. You know, and I'm like, fuck, you know, I wanted to hold on for that. I wanted to hold out on that for a while, but then it just kind of happened, you know? So when you really crave something, when you have a lot of drive, when you have a lot of desire for a situation, but emotionally, you're in a space where you can accept that you can have it. Emotionally, you're in a space where you believe that you can have it. It manifests a lot quicker. So I feel here, Cancer, and you're calling something in, and I think it's going to come a lot quicker than you think. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, Six of Swords reversed. This is the energy of calling something in very quickly. And I think that you're kind of in that space where what you were maybe thinking wasn't going to come so suddenly starts to come to you really fast. So what you're putting out there comes back very, very quickly. Looking at the outcome here, Eight of Pentacles, it's going to put you in an energy, where you're getting ready to get to work. So what do I mean by this, Cancer? Well, for example, let's say you were manifesting a car, but you didn't want this car immediately. You know what I mean? Like you were thinking down the line, couple months, maybe a year, we'll get this new car. Poof, this new car comes in. You're like, fuck, everything kind of just aligned. I didn't mean to manifest this so quickly. And at the end of the day, I need to get to work and make sure that I keep my finances popping to make sure I can afford this car. So it's like you manifest something quickly, but maybe you don't feel like you have everything you need just now to be abundant to enjoy it. For example, maybe you get this car and you're like, oh God, now I'm a little nervous about money because I got this car and it happened so suddenly and so soon. And what if I don't have the abundance I need to take care of it? You wouldn't have manifested something. Repeat this. You would not have manifested something if you were not abundant enough to receive it. Repeat it. You will not have manifested something if you are not abundant enough to receive it. That is one thing I want people to remember, because I feel like when people get things that they manifested sometimes, they might freak out that they can't keep it. You know, I manifested a car. Oh shit, I can't have this. I don't know if I can afford this. I manifested a house. Oh my God, am I going to have enough money to pay the fucking bills? You cannot manifest something if you're not abundant enough to receive it, period. So I feel like for some of you Cancerians, you're getting that urge in the next 24 hours where it's like, oh my God, okay, I manifested what I wanted, but like I'm nervous if I can keep up with it. You know, you want to get to work and get to work and get to work so that you can provide the stability you want, but the stability you want, Cancer, already exists. Otherwise, you wouldn't have manifested your desire. So it's very interesting how this reading panned out. It's not necessarily the way I saw it panning out, but it'll resonate to you if it resonates to you, right? If it's not your story, it's not your story. But always remember that, because I've been in situations like that before too. I remember I manifested a car, did not expect to manifest it within that time frame. That's why I used the car example, because it's a real life story. I manifested a car and I wasn't ready for it yet. So I thought. I was like, you know, maybe in a month, maybe in a year. I don't know. Nothing too quick. I didn't want to get this car immediately. And I loved the car though. I would watch YouTube videos about it. It was cool. It was awesome. And the more I was passionate about it and the more that I was emotionally like, I'm going to get this. I got it. And I got it within a week of like obsessing over this fucking car. And it just aligned. I didn't know how. It just bada boom aligned. And I was like, oh shit. Do I have enough finances for this? Am I going to be able to cover it? I started freaking out, started panicking. And then I had to remind myself and ground myself. If I manifested this, it already means I'm abundant enough to have it. So I needed to stop freaking out. And then once I did, I kind of recognized, wait, I'm good. The fuck am I freaking out about? So keep that in mind, Cancer. Anytime you manifest something, you know, don't freak out if it comes too soon or if it comes too quick. I kind of feel like something's going to be coming in quick here for you. You know, don't get into that energy of fear thinking you're not worthy of what you manifested. You're abundant enough to have it. Okay? All right, Cancers, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, real quick, guys, before we move forward to another sign, there's something that I do want to kind of discuss that I see pretty often before we go forward, which I think could be a cool conversation. By the way, there's no judgment to anybody who says stuff like this. I want you to know right off the bat, there's no judgment, but I think this opens up a cool conversation doorway. So, you know, I often see people come into the chat and they're like, man, I really hope I can get like a good reading for my sign today. I hope I can get a positive reading for Aries. I hope I can get a great reading for Cancer. You know, I think a lot of people come in with the intention of watching tarot, hoping that they get these great readings, because if they get a great tarot reading, they feel like that's what's going to immediately dictate their vibration. If this reading goes great, then I can feel better about my day or about my next 24 hours. And I want you guys to know that I don't want any of my readings ever to dictate your vibration. I want you to dictate your vibration, no matter what I say to you, whether it's good news, bad news. Remember, even if it's negative news that I give you in a reading, I always give you guys the best way I can see to make it positive. But most importantly, your vibration is dictated upon you. Don't let a tarot reading or any reading ever dictate or hinder your vibration. Because we got to remember, there's billions of people on the planet. Who says that that reading you heard that was negative, that you didn't like, is the reading that ends up applying to you? A different story when it's a personal reading, right? If I'm talking to you one-on-one, I'm talking to you one-on-one. But when we're doing these general readings, I feel like a lot of people come in with the intent of like, okay, well, if my reading is negative today, or if it's bad today, then this is going to be just a horrible next 24 hours. And that's not what I want to see you manifest for yourself. And always remember, in any kind of negative reading that may come up or any kind of negativity that comes up, I'm going to take a look at that negativity and see what we can do to guide you down the most positive path. So always remember, guys, come in here with no intentions and no expectations. It's the best way you can do it. You know, if you get a reading that resonates, it helps, sweet. If you get a reading that doesn't serve you, fuck that reading, right? You know, and always remember too, you are the author of your story. You are the dictator of your vibration. You know, you don't need to let anything I say on the internet, anything I say through the tarot, be what defines you and defines how you should feel. You know, I think it's really important to mention that to people, because I feel like sometimes people rely really, really hard on the tarot readings overall to kind of dictate their feelings. And I don't want that for you guys. You guys can dictate your own feelings. And of course, you know, take what resonates, right? And leave the rest. Absolutely. But, you know, don't rely on a reading to be what your baseline vibration should be, you know? So keep that in mind. I feel like that can help somebody. Like I said, no judgment to anybody who's ever said that before. I've had tons of people come in the chat and they're like, hopefully we can get a good reading for Libra today. It's like, I get it. Like, you know, everybody would love to get a good reading. I can't control what comes out. What comes out in the tarot. It's never in my control. You know, I'm reading energy. I'm reading what I see. I'm never going to manipulate it to be positive or manipulate it to be negative. But I think it's very important to always remember, don't let that hinder your vibration. And if you ever feel like you're out of control, like it's not in your control, like just watching a tarot reading does hinder your vibration, then always take a break. You know, as much as I love hanging out with you guys, as much as I love reading for everybody, I have no issue telling people take a break from tarot if it's fucking with your feelings and if it's fucking with your emotions. I consider your mental health to be top priority, your happiness, your vibration to be top priority than what I'm doing here on YouTube or what I'm doing here in general for work. Your mindset, your happiness, your energy is more important to me than getting a message out. Period. So if you're, or getting a view, period. You know what I mean? So if you're in a space and time where it's like, okay, tarot fucks with me too much and you need to take that break before you can come back and be grounded, if you wish to come back, take that break. You know, it's very important for people. So just throwing that out there for you. All right. So hopefully that was something that resonates with you guys, because I never want people to feel that way, you know? All right, though, guys, moving on forward, we did our Cancer, we did our Libra. We're now going on into the Earth sign. So let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What's going on here for the Bull gang, baby? Messages here for Team Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Messages here for Team Taurian. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here for the bull gang? All right, Team Taurus, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what's showing up here for you. Taurus, overall energy here is going to be the 10 of Cups in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look here at your current energy, we got here the 3 of Pentacles, looking at what it is you're dealing with, Judgment in reverse, looking at the outcome here for the bulls, Ace of Cups in the reverse position. So looking like a lot of unfulfilling energies here, but at the same time, you're working on it, which is good to see so far. So I think for Taurians, you know, maybe you're not satisfied with stuff right now, not satisfied with love, not satisfied at work, not satisfied with a friend's behavior, not satisfied with your path or your performance. Maybe you're a sports person, Taurus, and you're not satisfied with your sports performance or whatever the case may be. So something unsatisfactory is certainly showing up here, but it's about recognizing even if something is unsatisfying in life, it doesn't mean that you have to judge your life and say, my whole life is unsatisfying. Because remember, we have the power of change. And that's what you are seeing here, right? 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to work on it, though. Even if I'm unsatisfied with something, I'm unsatisfied with my job, I'm unsatisfied with my partner, I'm unsatisfied with my performance, I can fucking work on it, right? So I see that you're in that energy where you're ready to get to work, where you're ready to learn, where you're ready to see what needs to be changed or improved or expanded upon, and you're getting to work. And I love it for you. Nothing in life is always going to go our way. Nothing in life is always going to be totally fulfilling or work out how we wanted it to be, but it doesn't mean that we can't improve and make it better. So for Taurians, that seems to be the vibe here for you moving into your next 24 hours. Growth, expansion, and improvement. And I love it. I think you're working very hard right now to take an unfulfilling situation and transcend that situation into something more fulfilling and powerful. And the more that you can own that energy, the more success you're going to see. So I like it a lot, Taurians. I really feel like super quick message, by the way, nothing really too intense or crazy, but I feel like you're just working on improvement. You're working either on improving yourself, your job, your relationship, whatever. You know, you're kind of getting to that point where you realize, okay, I don't like that this is happening. I don't like that this situation is unfulfilling, so I want to do something about it instead. You know, instead of just saying, hey, this situation sucks, it's unfulfilling, and stick around in somewhere where you don't want to be, it's like, why don't we actually work on it instead? Which is what it's all about, right? In life, if we don't like something, fucking change it. And I love that you're in that energy where you're doing it because you're not just taking unfulfilling, shitty energy and saying, well, this is this. No, it's let's see what I can do about it instead, which is really freaking great. Love that, Taurus. Really cool message. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but definitely looks pretty awesome here nonetheless. All right. All right, Team Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our lovely and amazing air. We did our water. We did our earth. We're going to hop on into the fire signs in just a sec. Thank you, the Taurians, for tuning in nonetheless. All right, guys, so we did our bull gang. We're now going to go ahead and move on in to the Ram fam and see what's popping here for Aries. By the way, Leslie, thank you so much for the $2.99. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. All right, guys, let's see what's going on here for the Ram fam, baby. What's popping in for Aries? If I can get my cards together. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? What energy is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Aries, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle. And we shall see what is up. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What's going on here for the Ram fam? By the way, happy birthday to you. Hope your birth season's been well. Hope your birthday was popping. All right, baby. Taking a look here at the overall energy for you. Queen of Wands showing up here in the upright position. Looking at your current energy, we got the Page of Swords in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. Hangman in reverse, looking at the outcome, or sorry, yeah, what it is you're dealing with. Hangman reversed, I'm right. Looking at the outcome here for you. Queen of Swords in the reverse position for Aries. Okay, so let's see what's happening here for you. So we start with the Queen of Wands, then we move here into the Page of Swords in reverse. So it's kind of one of those things where I feel like you're in a space right now where you feel very motivated and very bold. You're not really hesitant anymore. You're ready here to kind of say what needs to be said. But looking at what you're dealing with here, Hangman reversed, and looking at the outcome being the Queen of Swords reversed, it's funny how someone here tends to isolate themselves from you when they can feel the energy that you're ready to speak up. Looking at that outcome here, Queen of Swords reversed. Aries is getting ready here to say what needs to be said. You feel bold. You feel like you got all the energy in the world you need to get your point across to somebody. But then the moment you're ready to go ahead and say what needs to be said, they disappear. They fall off the face of the earth. Because someone here is retreating because they can see and sense your power. Oh, shit. Who pissed off an Aries? Because an Aries, listen, believe it or not, people can look at Aries and think they're hot-headed. You know, everybody can be hot-headed. It happens, sometimes. But sometimes Aries can be very, very patient. Very patient. To the point where all of that fire has built up. All that fire is there. And Aries, imagine an Aries like a dragon getting ready to just let all that fire out and breathe that fire. So I kind of feel like you're in a situation like that where somebody just kept doing something and it's built up and up and up and up and up. And you can't hold on anymore. You can't hold out anymore. It's like, okay, I got something here to say. And person you're dealing with senses that and they retreat, they flee, they fly away. So what's happening here, Aries, for your next 24 is right when you're prepared to stick up for yourself, right when you're prepared to kind of say what needs to be said, when you're prepared here to kind of let somebody know what's going on, they walk in the other direction. So you can expect somebody here to kind of just suddenly disappear. Ace of Pentacles. I do feel, though, that there is going to be an opportunity to close out the cycle nonetheless. So if you were trying to communicate to somebody saying that things are over, or communicate to somebody saying that you don't appreciate the way they've talked to you or treated you or act towards you, there will be another opportune time where they will be around. Instead of being in a retreating kind of energy, they'll be open to listen to you. But for right now, at least moving into the next 24 hours, your energy is so scary to them that they sense this and they get fearful and they run away. So you should be, that's definitely something that I see expecting here, or to expect here moving into your next 24 hours. So if you're getting ready to tell somebody off or let them know what's going on or give somebody a piece of your mind after all the energy that's bottled up, they're running in a different direction here, Aries, okay? All right, baby, god dang, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our Ram Fam, and that's also going to be our first batch, of zodiac signs here for today's daily reading. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into our second batch in just a sec. But real quick, let me fix some stuff real fast on my stream. Let me close out these pop-ups real fast, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. And we'll see what's going on. Somebody asked, has Libra been done? Yes, Libra was actually the first sign for the daily today. So if you want to scroll back to the beginning, you will be able to see Libra. All right, Ash said, this reading is like my usual days. Oh boy. Aries definitely know how to be intimidating, I don't think Aries always have the intent to want to be intimidating, but like, I know that from the people in my life with heavy Aries placements, when I've seen them angry, it can be a pretty intimidating time, so it's one of those things, man. You don't want to piss off a ram or they're going to start ramping up and they're going to stomp on you. What happens? Nonetheless, guys, moving back on into our second batch, going into the air sign, we're going to have a look here today at Gemini and see what's popping. So what do we got going on here for the Gemini? Oh, hold on one second. Gemini, we dropped a tarot card. Let me pick that up real fast. What card was it? The Two of Wands. Okay. Some of you Geminis, I think I said this to you yesterday, did I not? I'm pretty sure the Two of Wands came out for Gemini yesterday, and I said it feels like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was. Regardless, Two of Wands, though, you could feel like you're in the energy where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, so some of you could potentially be feeling that way here at this time. Nonetheless, getting on in here to your reading, let's see what's up. What's going to be going on here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac signs of Gemini? Messages here for Team Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my gems, let's go ahead and get this last shuffle here, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. All right, starting out here with the overall energy for you, we begin this reading here with the Five of Wands. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the Knight of Cups, what it is you're dealing with, Eight of Wands showing up here in the upright, and then looking at the outcome, Gemini, we have here a Three of Pentacles showing up here as well. So as far as what I see for the zodiac of Gemini, Five of Wands here to the Knight of Cups kind of looks to me like Despite any sort of frustration or despite any sort of conflict, you are still rising above all of it. I'd see for some Geminis, there could be conflict in the workplace. Maybe you got a hater in the workplace, okay? But they ain't a hater. They just a fan, baby, okay? Every hater is a fan in disguise. You feel me, Gemini? So they ain't hating. They just a fan, all right? If you got somebody in the workplace who's kind of like, you know, starting shit or very drama filled, you're like, fuck that. I'm rising above it. 8 of Wands. I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm doing it well. Looking at the outcome, 3 of Pentacles, this is Gemini saying, I'm getting to work, baby, okay? So for some of you, there could be somebody at the workplace here who maybe is just very full of conflict, full of negativity. Maybe it's somebody who's a shit stirrer, okay? They like to stir the pot, and you're kind of in that space where it's like, I'm not paying any damn attention to it. I'm keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, even if it's not about being within the workplace, I feel like the general synopsis of the read is that there's somebody here who may have some sort of negativity towards you, or somebody here who may not be bringing in the positive vibes, but instead they're bringing in the conflict and the bullshit. And you're like, dude, I don't got time for that, period. Knight of Cups, I'm doing my thing, and I'm doing it well. 8 of Wands, I'm getting to where I need to go. 3 of Pentacles, I'm working hard for what I'm creating. So you're not letting anybody here mess or dictate or hinder your vibe, and you're not letting anybody here stand in your way, no matter how much they may try to or they may want to. All right, Gemini? So whatever haters here got the haterade and their freaking Wheaties this morning, guess what? It's not going to get to you, man. It don't matter. All right? And usually when somebody's hating on you that hard, they're just a fan in disguise. Period. You know, they want what you got, okay? But they ain't gonna have it. Point blank, period. So Gemini, of course, take that if it resonates. Very situational. If it's not your story, don't worry. But if it is, you know, keep on doing you. Keep on giving 0 Fs, man. The more guys, the more we can start giving 0 fucks is the more that people cannot hinder our energy. If we show people we don't care, no matter how much they try to poke at us, they lose their power and they lose their momentum. All right, guys. So we did our air, rolling back on into our water. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Scorpio gang. Let's see what's popping here, baby. Message is here for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio? Message is here for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Scorpio, you did have a 2 of Cups fly on out here for you. So for some of you, you could be in a happy, dappy relationship. Ooh la la, okay? For Scorpios that are in a relationship, congratulations. Things might be going incredibly well right now. For some Scorpios, there could be like a bond being formed in the next 24 hours with somebody. So if you're not moving into a relationship, it could just be that you're growing closer to somebody or recognizing that you're growing closer to somebody. So if so, that's still really good news as well. All right, but what do we got showing up for Scorps? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Scorpios, let's see what's up for you. Scorpio, overall energy here for you is going to be a Page of Swords in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the 10 of Wands. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got the High Priestess in reverse. And looking at your outcome, we have here the Magician. Okay, so far, Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Pisces. You also very well likely could be connecting with a Virgo for a few of you too. Now, Page of Swords reversed here to the 10 of Wands. You're choosing not to focus on the burdens anymore. That's what I see showing up here for you. Not choosing to focus on the burdens, or choosing to focus, or yeah, not choosing, I'm sorry. I said that correct the first time. You're no longer focusing on the burdens, Scorpio, okay? You guys know what I'm saying. No longer focusing on the burdens. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes too, it's like the more we, you know what it feels like, Scorps? Have you ever noticed that, like, when you keep a lot of shit to yourself, you focus on it way freaking more? When you keep all the things you're going through, you internalize them more, you think about them more, you are stuck in your head more, you overthink more. But then when you, like, vent to a friend, it's like you kind of think about it a little bit less. And then, like, the more people you talk to about your situation, you think less and less about it. And it just becomes not that much on your mind anymore. And it feels a lot easier to communicate about it because you've already talked to people and they've given you some rad advice, or they were there to listen and you vented. You know, naturally we tend to feel very bad, or we tend to feel better after we vent. And the more we open up and talk about what's inside our head, the more that what's inside our head doesn't seem to be there so much because we're venting, we're letting it out. So I feel for you, Scorpio, one of the biggest ways you're dropping these burdens moving into the next 24 hours is about no longer keeping everything to yourself, but instead opening up and venting. I kind of get that feeling for you. Whether you're venting to your best friend, your homies, venting to your family, your parents, your friends, your loved one, your lover, getting things out in the air, getting things out in the open, definitely helps a lot. And it doesn't make you feel like you're so trapped and so stuck. But when you hold it all in, when you keep it inside, that's one of those things that's on your mind 24/7, 24/7. So what I feel here for you guys moving into your next 24 hours is you're showing up and you're letting it out. And you're communicating to people in your environment what's going on with you instead of keeping it all inside. And I feel like the more that you're venting, the better you're feeling. And as you're letting all this out, you're no longer overthinking as much. You're no longer thinking about the situation in general, and you're way less burdened because it's finally out on the table. It's like the beginning of a release. It may not be fully released, but venting was the first step, and it really helps out a lot here for you overall. So Scorpio, I like it. I always vocalize to people. I think it's incredibly important to talk about what's going on inside your head. It's very important to talk to people, very important to chat with friends, very important to chat with family, whoever you're close to. Always have somebody to communicate with, to vent to let shit out. If you have people in your life who love you and support you and that are going to be there for you, don't ever feel afraid to utilize that. I'm not saying use those people. I'm saying utilize that opportunity to be able to vent and to be able to let it out. There are people who love you, who want to be there for you and who want to listen to what you're going through. And guess what? They want to make you feel better too. So with that being said, Scorpio, I see you opening up here, and I think that you're recognizing, holy shit, I should have did this a while ago because I feel way less burdened and I feel way fucking better. All right. Beautiful. All right, Scorps, let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our water, we did our air. We're going to hop on in now into the earth sign and rolling on into the earth. We're going to have a look here at the Virgo gang. So let's see what's going on here for the Virgo, baby. Messages here for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What messages do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Messages here for Team Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24. Virgo, funnily enough, when I did Scorpio's reading, the two of Cups came out immediately. It was a jumper card. Look what you got. Two of Cups coming out here too. So for some Virgos, there could be or it can be that your reading is regarding a relationship. Maybe you're growing closer to somebody in the next 24. Maybe some of you are getting in a relationship in the next 24 hours. You never know. Nonetheless, though, let's see what's up here for you guys with your official reading. What's going on here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? We're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully all is well. Overall energy for you is going to be a 9 of Swords. Taking a look here at your current energy, we got the 10 of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, 7 of Cups in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, Virgo, is going to be the 7 of Swords showing up here in the upright position. So 7 of Swords can be betrayal. It certainly can be deception, but let's see what's going on here overall. 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands reversed. I definitely think for many of you, you're moving out of an energy of fear. Once you start to see somebody for who they really are, you're moving out of an energy of negativity or anxiety after somebody is exposed. 7 of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, 7 of Cups reversed. This means we're not talking about multiple people. We're talking about one person or one situation only. So there's one thing here happening, whether it's a person or a situation, that's been causing some sort of deception. This could be your job being deceiving or a specific person in your life being deceiving. And I feel like ultimately, once you kind of recognize where the deception's coming from, you don't stay in the energy any longer of sadness or stay in the energy anymore of anxiety. You start to let go of that energy and you start to look at somebody for who they are and recognize, wait a minute, you don't frickin' serve me, period. So for Virgos that are watching this, I feel like somebody's about to get exposed to you. Somebody's real intent, who they really are, what they really are doing is about to be revealed to you. And once it's revealed to you, it's like, wait a minute. You're not going to have the power over me anymore. You're not going to make me upset. You're not going to screw me over. I see you for what you are. And no longer will there be a snake in my garden because my dogs are going to chase the snake out. Okay? So there's not going to be a snake in the garden anymore. Your garden's being restored and it's going to be beautiful. All right, aka your energy, your life, right? Your environment is not going to have the snake in it any longer. So you'll be cutting off the head of the snake and you'll be happy in your environment going forward because you identified where the deception came from or whom the deception came from as well. All right, so it's nice to see that. Listen, man, when people don't have good intents, it gets exposed. When people don't have good intents, it'll show inevitably, whether it's from their words or probably most likely their actions. You will see it for what it is. So as you see somebody for what they are, you back out and you say, screw this, I'm keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right. All right, though, Virgo. I like that for you, baby. All right. Do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Okay. You know, it's that energy of like, hey, I see you for who you are. And, yeah, you're not going to be a part of my environment any longer, okay? All right, Team Virgo. So we did our air, we did our water, we did our fire, we did our air, our water, our earth, jumping now into our fire signs. Let's have a look here at the Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on here for Saggy, baby. Message is here for Team Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac signs of Sagittarius? Messages for Team Sagittarian. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Sagittarius, you did have two jumpers come out. You have here a 9 of Pentacles and a 6 of Pentacles in the upright as well. For some of you guys, you're starting to recognize that you're growing closer to somebody, so you're not so much on your own anymore. You and somebody else are starting to really connect. This could be like an acquaintance becoming more of a friend. This could be a friend becoming more of a best friend, if you will. Or maybe for some of you, it's not a situationship anymore. We both have feelings. Let's just have a relationship, period, right? So I do feel that you're growing closer and like you're stepping up in your connection with somebody, you know, whether it's moving from acquaintance to friend, situationship to relationship, like things are moving up here between you and somebody else, which is really, really cool. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get one more shuffle for the Saggy, and we'll see what's popping, guys. Hopefully all is well. Sagittarius, overall energy here, 7 of Cups in reverse. Looking at the current energy, 6 of Cups, looking at what it is you're dealing with, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here, King of Wands in the upright position, showing up here for you guys as well. So kind of going back for a second to what I just talked about in the pre-shuffle, the 2 cards that came out, you had here a 6 of Wands, you also had a 9 of Pentacles. I said to you guys, it feels like you're moving closer to somebody, like you're stepping up in a connection, like the dynamic of a connection in a way is changing. And I do feel that familiar energy showing up here in this reading as well. You know, looking at the overall energy, confusion here is being cleared up. So if there's been any sort of confusion, that confusion gets cleared up here. With the 6 of Cups showing up being a card of the past, you're recognizing, I know what we were in the past, but who we are and what we are today is totally different. Looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here 5 of Pentacles reversed. This means that you and somebody are getting out of the cold with one another. So I kind of feel like, once again, Sag, it goes back to what I was saying. You're growing closer to somebody because if let's say, for example, if you're an acquaintance to somebody instead of a friend, you're way less close than you would be if you were friends, right? So looking at what you're dealing with, getting out of the cold with one another, I definitely feel like you and somebody are growing closer in your environment. And looking at the outcome here, King of Wands here is about having a genuine interest in one another. So I feel like you and somebody here are just moving up in reference to your relationship dynamic. Things are getting more spicy for some in love, or things are getting more friendly for those of you that are moving from an acquaintance to a friend. I just think that you and somebody's dynamic is shifting because there's a lot more growth and a lot more closeness showing up here between you and somebody else. And the both of you also are taking a lot more of an interest here as well, which is what's, you know, really important too, to see the development of that dynamic shift. Okay, cool. All right, Saggy, I like that. Yeah, you know, it's cool. I think sometimes we meet people and, you know, we categorize them, whether it's this is an acquaintance, this is just a work friend, whatever the case may be. But then we never really give them a chance. And then when we do give them a chance, they end up becoming so much more, you know? I remember, like, I used to have work friends, and I never thought for a second to hang out with them outside of work. Never thought for a second to text them or anything like that outside of work. And then, you know, one day I decided to hang out with those so-called work friends, and then they became really great friends. You know, so you're dropping the categorization here. You're taking a chance on somebody, you know, you're taking interest in them, they're taking interest in you. And it really starts to become a different dynamic of your relationship entirely, you know? All right, though, Team Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So We finished up our second batch of zodiac signs. Really, really good. Happy to hear that, by the way. So real quick, guys, I do just want to take a quick small break. I do need to get some coffee in me as my energy is depleting a little bit. So we're going to be right back. Give me about a minute or two. I'll come on back after I get caffeinated, and then we'll knock out the last 4 remaining signs. But I hope you're enjoying today's daily reading. If you are, definitely drop a like, definitely drop a comment too, letting me know that you're enjoying the daily. Really appreciate each and every single one of you watching, and thank you guys for your love and for your support. So we'll be right back in about a minute or so. Thank you for your patience, and then we'll get on with the rest of the signs. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. Fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love.
And we are back. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. By the way, I see everybody talking about the nice weather today. It is really freaking nice out. You said it's nice out in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's nice in New York in general. I think the weather today is awesome. Definitely almost kind of feels summerish too, like Julia's talking about. She says it's almost a summerish day in DC. Yeah, man. It's a really, really nice day out. I'm actually really happy with the weather. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this winter was odd. I don't know about you guys. Wasn't a lot of snow, so I don't know how next winter is going to be, but like it was colder than usual for sure, but it's nice to move back into that spring energy and that summertime energy. I'm more of a spring person though. Once we reach spring, I'm cool with that temperature. When we get summer, when we get to summer, it's going to be too damn hot. All right. Nonetheless though, hope you guys are enjoying the good weather wherever you are. Hopefully there's great weather for everybody who's watching, and I hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic time. We're going to now move on into our last and final batch, and that's going to be back into the air signs. So for air signs, we got Aquarius. Let's see what's going on here for the Aqua gang. All right, let's see what's going to be showing up here for Aquarian. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Aqua? Messages here for Team Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Aquarius, we're going to go ahead and get a couple more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on here for you, baby. Hopefully, all is well. By the way, Molly, thank you for subbing to the channel. I don't know if I said that earlier, but thank you very, very much. All right, Aqua, let's see what's going on. All right, Aquarius, overall energy here is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fixed zodiac like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. By the way, Niall, thank you so much for subbing. Really appreciate that. So Wheel of Fortune, right? You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. Typically is that energy of like something turning within your favor. So the wheel spins in your favor, Aquarius. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Fool in reverse, what you're dealing with, the Devil, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you, we do have here a nice 6 of Wands. I love to see that energy for you. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Aquarius, overall energy to your current energy, Wheel of Fortune to the Fool reversed. The reason why something's turning so positively in your favor is because of what it is you're choosing to release and let go of. And I definitely feel like what you're releasing and letting go of is the Devil over here. Okay. For some of you, you could be letting go of a Capricorn potentially, but Devil energy showing up is the energy of being tied, tethered, and bound to something that is a negative influence. For some Aquarians, I feel like it could be a specific person. right? Maybe somebody in your life was a negative influence. Maybe it was a friend who was a negative influence, family member. Could have even been your lover who might have been having a negative influence on you. But you know what I get? I kind of suspect you didn't pick up on it for a long time. Like, it was really hard to understand where this energy was coming from until you realized that it was coming from this person. And when you recognized it, you were a little bit shocked. You were like, wait, really? Because this person's been in my life. This person's been around me a lot. They've been in my energy. And then suddenly everything starts to add up. And you're like, wait a freaking second. If this is somebody who's around me all the time, and I can now start to see when I look back when they first entered my life, when this negativity started coming towards me, this all starts to interconnect and make a lot of sense. So I feel like if you're an Aquarius watching, you're kind of getting the feeling here and the realization here that someone's been a negative influence, and it took you a while to see it, but you see it now. And looking at that outcome, now that you can kind of acknowledge somebody's a negative influence, no longer can they have that influence over you if you don't give them the power to influence you generally, right? Point blank period. So looking at the outcome here, 6 of Wands, you're moving in a new direction here, Aquarius, where somebody doesn't have that ability to have any kind of influence over you, not only just negative, but even positive, because you're not giving them the power. So I feel like you're starting to see that here, where in comparison, you probably didn't see it earlier. And this happens in life, guys. People can fly under the radar for the longest time and be the biggest negative influences in our lives, and we won't notice it till later on. Sometimes people intend to do it. Sometimes they don't even intend to be a negative influence. They just are. And it takes us a while to kind of see the energy that they're putting out there and the energy that they're mirroring back to us. So I feel here for you, you're kind of recognizing this about somebody. And granted, it took some time, you now can utilize this realization to your favor, because now you no longer give somebody here the power of influence, okay? Which is really, really great. The more that we give people the power to influence us and influence our environment, then we're not really living based off our own intentions. We're possibly living off the intentions of others. We always want to make sure that we check who's influencing us, what's influencing us, and what we can do to make sure that we remain in control of our personal path. Okay? All right, Aquarius, really awesome to see that for you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did all of our air signs for today's daily reading. We're now going to go ahead and hop on into the water, and going on into the water signs, let's have a look here at the Pisces. What do we got going on here for the fish, baby? Messages here for Team Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here for the fish? Pisces, you do have here the Tower reversed and the 9 of Swords. You could be avoiding something because you're anxious. I don't know if you're avoiding work because you're anxious or talking to someone, but there definitely could be a little bit of worries and anxiety, so you're kind of avoiding something overall. Regardless, what do we got going on here for the zodiac sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours? All right, my Pisces peeps, let's see what's going on with you. Hopefully all is well. Starting out here with the overall energy, we do have here the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look here at your current energy, we got here the Ace of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the Justice, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Hermit card. So you could be dealing with a Virgo potentially as well. So right now you got 2 signs you could be connecting with, Libra, potentially a Virgo. Take that if that resonates, of course, to you. But for what we got here so far, Knight of Swords reversed here, Ace of Pentacles in the upright, kind of looks to me for you right now, Piscean, you're refusing to not engage in some sort of opportunity that's appearing to you at this time. Looking at what you're dealing with, the Justice card, you kind of feel more balanced where you're at. And despite this opportunity that's coming up, it just doesn't feel like it's one you want to take. Looking at the outcome here, the Hermit, you're avoiding something overall. And that kind of goes back to the 2 cards that came out initially when I was shuffling your cards. You had the Tower in reverse and the 9 of Swords in the upright. You were avoiding something because you seemed fearful of it or you seemed anxious about it. Now, this raises a question, Pisces, in this reading, because is the opportunity coming towards you good, but you're just very nervous that you won't succeed, or you're very nervous of getting out of your comfort zone? Or is it an opportunity is not serving you in your highest good? I think you have to distinguish between both of them, because if it's an opportunity that's great, but you're just fearful, then don't hold yourself back. Do what you can, invest, take a risk, go towards the opportunity that'll be good. But if you're a Pisces watching and you're like, I know this opportunity is not good for me, then you have every reason, right, to not go for it. But if you're a Piscean and a good opportunity is coming towards you, but you're standing in the way of that and holding yourself back because of fear, remember that fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. And if you're a Pisces and it's just about, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone because I don't want to be uncomfortable, one of the greatest things we can do in life, guys, is step out of our comfort zone, because stepping out of your comfort zone creates growth. The more we stay comfortable, the more we stay in our comfort zone, the less we grow. One of the best, and you guys have heard me say this before, one of the best quotes I've ever heard was from my high school teacher: get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The more you can step out of your comfort zone is the more you can grow and transcend, period. So I kind of get that feeling where probably for some of you Pisces, maybe it's a bad opportunity. Fuck that. I don't want to do it. Some of you guys have a valid reason to avoid something, 100%. But some of you other Pisces watching have a great opportunity coming towards you, whether it's work, whether it's in love, whether it's an opportunity to hang out with somebody, it's an opportunity to go somewhere, and maybe you're worried about your social anxiety holding you back, right? You got these worries and these fears that are basically blocking you from doing something cool. I know that comfort's awesome in a way. It's nice to feel comfortable. It's nice to feel good and safe and secure. But we got to step out of that shit, man, and don't be afraid to grow. Because the moment that we step out of our comfortability and the moment we step out of our comfort zone and we jump into something new, no matter how scary it may be, immediately that fear you felt suddenly becomes way less scary. Have you ever seen a person who hates roller coasters go to a park? They go to an amusement park. They get on a roller coaster. They're scared shitless. The roller coaster goes off. They're freaking out. And at the end of the roller coaster, what do they usually tend to say? Not every person, but most of the time they're like, that was fucking awesome, you know? Because that was me, right? I was, 11, 13 years old? I went to Dorney Park in Pennsylvania, I think. And I went on this roller coaster called the Hydra. And in the beginning, you do this little fucking circle, this little loop. And I was freaking out. I was like 13 years old, barely tall enough to get on the ride. Not a very tall person. So, just made it there. Get on the ride. We're doing a little circle, whatever. I'm freaking the fuck out. We're going up and up and up and up and up and up. And I'm like, oh my God, this is tall. This is crazy. And the first drop happens. And immediately the rush I felt in that first drop, I automatically knew I was hooked on roller coasters. I automatically knew I'm going on 30 more after this. Fuck yeah. Like, this is so awesome. This is sweet. This is sick. Right? So initially, when you face your fear, the fear tends to become no longer so scary. Right? And I think that was the point that I wanted to make resonating with you, Pisces, where it's like, if you get out of your comfort zone, you do something that scares you, you do something that freaks you out, it's going to suddenly become way less scary the moment you do it. All right, Pisces. I hope that helps out for some of you. Thank you guys for watching nonetheless. And if it is your story, cool. If it's not, no worries. But, if there's a good opportunity here, like I said, if there's a bad one, kick that opportunity to the curb. But if there's a good opportunity genuinely showing up here for you, Pisces, don't let fear be the reason to hold you back. Stare fear in the fucking face, and it's going to become immediately less scary the moment you go for it. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all of the water signs for today. We also finished up all the air signs as well. We're now going to move on into the earth signs. And going into earth sign energy, let's have a look here at the Capricorn and see what is up. So Capricorn, let's see what's going on here for you, baby. Messages for Team Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my Capricorns, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves one last and final shuffle, and then we'll see what's going on here for the goats, baby. Hopefully, y'all are doing well. Let's see what's up here for the Cappy. Capricorn, overall energy here for you is going to be the Two of Swords in reverse. So you might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look here at your current energy, we got here the Page of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with, the Temperance in reverse, and then the outcome, Capricorn, the Star in reverse as well. Now I know it's all of reversals across the board, I know, but let's take a look and see what it's saying here, okay? So Two of Swords reverse, it usually means a final decision has been made. Page of Cups reverse, that usually means not giving your energy to a person, not communicating to somebody, so I think you're kind of deciding here, okay, I'm done with someone, I'm done with you, all right? Looking at what you're dealing with, Temperance reversed, it kind of gives me the feeling here of somebody who doesn't know how to move on. You're kind of tired of somebody who doesn't know how to move forward. They hold on to a lot of the past. They hold on a lot to the negative energy, and they can't seem to cling to the positive. It's like you're dealing with a very big negative Nancy, and it's almost like this negative Nancy hasn't seen a positive day in their life. And you're kind of at that point where it's like, I cannot be able to move forward positively with somebody if they're only going to look at the negative aspect of things. So looking at the outcome, the star in reverse, it's kind of like you feel like you lost hope, like you lost faith in someone. And I understand where you're coming from, right, Capricorn? And I think that we got to remember that everybody chooses to perceive their world and their life in the way that they perceive it. And everyone can choose to cling to the negative and people can choose to cling to the positive. But also remember, we can choose to be around positive energy or negative energy. And if you're not getting that positive forward movement in return with someone and they're choosing to look at things negatively and they're not choosing to move forward with you, they've made their choice. And you have every option and ability to say, screw this, I'm going to make my choice as well, because you're allowed to say, I'm over the past. I'm over the frequent negativity. I want to be in a good environment. And if they can't simply resonate with you on that, then they're not in your vibrational resonance. And you have the right to surround yourself and associate yourself with positive people. If somebody here doesn't want to step up and let things go and hash shit out from the past. So for Cappies, I feel like you're at that point with someone where it's like, I don't know, I just don't genuinely have faith that they're going to want to turn things around and that they're going to want to move forward in a positive way. All they're showing me is negativity. They want to stay stuck there. They want to stay stuck in the past, and I'm going to let them because I know where I want to go. I want to thrive. I want to go forward. So you're now going to start flocking towards the positive energies, whereas this person's going to remain where they are. And that's one of those things where it's like, it is what it is, because you cannot control anybody outside of you. You can't change their perception. You can't change the energy they invest in. You can only change what you do, right? So Capricorns, go forward on your path, surround yourself with the energy you wish to be around, which is positive energy, and, wish this person well. It's like kind of all you can do. Like, I wish you the best, but your energy is not what I want to choose to be surrounded with, right? And you have every reason to do so and every right to do so. So Capricorns, go with that, wish them well. Hope that they get, into a good place in their life, but where you got to go. So get working to get over there. Okay. All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. But yeah, I resonate with this deeply. I've had people in my life, and whether you want to call it heartless, whether you want to call it like bad or whatever, like I've had people in my life personally who are too negative for me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't associate with your energy. I just can't. I have to protect my own energy. I have to have boundaries. And whether you want to look at me and be like, well, that's a dick move, because they're going through something. Okay. I've went through many things in my life. I have gone through things for years in my life. I still go through shit to this day, but I choose to have a better outlook on it. Everybody fucking goes through something, And if people want to choose to stay stuck there, I'm going to choose not to associate with them, because your environment pans out a lot to who you are as well. So if you're a very happy-go-lucky positive person, you're more than likely to be surrounded by very happy-go-lucky positive people. If you're a negative Nancy, you're more primed to be surrounded by a lot of negative Nancys. But remember, people have the power of choice. And if they choose not to say, hey, I'm going through this, it fucking sucks, but I want to make a change in my life, that's cool. You can do that. But I'm not going to let that energy continue to be manifesting onto me too. Because I don't need to absorb somebody else's negativity, because that's where they want to be in life. If I know I want to be here, I'm going to go here, So I always choose to protect my energy. And, some people can look at that as a dick thing to do, but I look at it as you deserve to protect yourself. Point blank, period. All right. By the way, Lindsay, thank you so much for subbing to the channel. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, that's how I choose to look at it for sure. All right. All right, guys, we finished up our beautiful Capricorn. Thank you, Capricorn, for tuning in. Appreciate you. So we did our Earth. We did our water, we did our air. Going on to our last but not least zodiac sign here for today's daily reading. Let's have a look here at the Leo gang and see what is up. All right, baby, let's see what's gonna be showing up here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is gonna be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Leo, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we shall see what is up. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff for the Lions, baby. Leo, overall energy for you is going to be a Queen of Pentacles. So you could be connecting here potentially with a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Ace of Wands. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, Ace of Swords in reverse, and then looking at the outcome, Leo, is going to be the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. I like seeing that Seven of Wands in reverse. Very good vibes. So let's talk about it. Queen of Pentacles here, Ace of Wands in the upright. Let's see what's going on here for you. I can definitely say for you, Leo, you've been paying more attention to your time and choosing your time very wisely and very carefully in terms of your investments. You've been very wise with your time, is what I keep hearing for you. Looking at your current energy, the Ace of Wands, you're building a new future. You're building something new. Maybe it's new in your career. Maybe it's new in your life, your goals, your path, your aspirations. Maybe there's something new going on in your relationship. If so, that's cool. But you're definitely focused on some sort of passionate new beginning here, and you're recognizing that you need to be focused in order to make that new beginning happen. Looking at what you're dealing with, Ace of Swords reversed. As I mentioned with the Queen of Pentacles, you're being wise with your time. You're also being wise with the people you communicate with. You're also being wise with the energy you're putting out into the world. Ace of Swords reversed is about being very mindful with the way you carefully speak. Right? So right now, if you're working very hard on a new beginning, you're not putting negativity out into the world. You're being mindful of putting out positivity. If you're around people who do not support you, you're being mindful to not associate with those people, but instead associate with the people who are going to be supportive of you. So I feel like you've become very aware, and you're going to start to notice this awareness moving into your next 24 hours of where you're at, what you're working towards in life, and who's around you. It's very important, guys, always, and I talk about this, it's so important, man, to pay attention to who is around you, what their energy is, what their influence is. Always be aware. Are they aligned with what your goals, dreams, and visions are? They don't need to be perfectly aligned, but do they support you? Do they believe in you? Will they uplift you, right? You got to think about those things of the people that are in your environment. So you're choosing your time very carefully. You're choosing your investments very carefully, but you're also choosing who's in your circle very, very carefully. And that's good for you, because looking at the outcome here, Seven of Wands reversed, when you're around people you can trust, when you're building something and other people here are supportive, you don't feel like you have to hide your authentic self. Seven of Wands reversed. You don't feel like Seven of Wands upright. That's the card of feeling like you need to have a wall up. You don't need to feel like you have to have a wall up over here. You can be your authentic self doing what you want to do, because you know that people are right behind you, rooting for you, instead of preying on your downfall. And I love that energy, Leo, that you have people in your life like that. You know how fucking awesome that is? Because I'm not going to lie, I've had people in my life like that temporarily. You know what I mean? Temporarily, they were so supportive, and then suddenly it went distant, went ghost. I've had people in my life who preyed on my downfall. Then I've had people in my life who genuinely supported me through thick and thin, always. And to know that you have that energy, and to know that you can be your authentic self, doing what you're doing, creating what you're creating, it's the best feeling, because you don't feel like you have to block any side of yourself or be unauthentic about your life. You can simply just do what you're doing, and know that the environment around you's got you. And that's really freaking awesome. So I love this, Leo. Really, really cool to see that showing up here for you. And I love that you're being very careful and very aware of who's around you and what's going on. It's very important to bring awareness into your life. And of course, if you notice anybody in your life particularly who's not supportive, or somebody who's always got backwards compliments and all that bullshit, you can not associate with those people. And backwards compliments to me have always been so funny too, because I've definitely dealt with my fair share of people that'll like say some stupid shit, man. I swear. They're just like, yeah, like, like your job is so cool, but like, isn't it so risky? And I'm just like, ugh. You're so gross. Like, I hate that. I don't know. There's something about backward compliments that I can't stand. It's like, yeah, I love your job. It's so cool, but isn't it so risky? It's like, okay, I know what I'm doing though. Do you know what I'm doing? No, right? So like people that come in like, I like your hair, but like for some reason I don't like the way you wear it like that. You know what I mean? Like, people with those backwards compliments, man. So, you might want to watch out for some of that, Leo. Some of that might be in your life, right? You got to be mindful of that energy, because sometimes people will come in and think they got all these nice ass intentions, but they're really just talking shit through their teeth, So watch out for that too. But I think you got a solid environment, guys. And I think that you're being very wise and very aware of who's in your energy. And, you're not letting these people, you're not letting anybody, really get to you. And you're being your authentic self, which is cool as fuck to see. And I love that for you. And I wish you nothing but happiness, wealth, and success. So wishing you tons of success here, in what it is you're building here at this moment in time. All right, Leo, love you guys, baby. Sweet. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving motherfucking forward, guys. With that being said, thank you all so much for coming out here to the daily reading. Really appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. By the way, Jazzy, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. But I hope you guys enjoy the daily. Thank you guys very much for coming on out. I do want to mention, everybody, today I uploaded Libra and Scorpio for their April 2023 tarot reading. So if you're a Libra or a Scorpio, video, check out your April monthly tarot reading. It's already available on the channel. Coming up tomorrow is going to be Capricorn and Sagittarius. So Sagittarian and Capricorn, you can expect your April readings posted tomorrow on my channel. So stay tuned for that as well. But thank you guys, man. Love you all. Hope you had fun today. Thank you for coming out nonetheless. I do want to mention too, if you are interested in personal services, products, and so much more, you know, if you're interested in personal readings, hit me up, right? The link's going to be in the description below to my website. Go ahead to my website, go over there, and I'll be happy to connect with you guys over there if you're interested in a personal service. I did want to say as well, there was something else on my mind, and it's on the tip of my tongue. Thank you guys for everybody who's here. If you can drop a like, that'd be sweet. For everybody who sent in donations today, thank you guys for that. Donations help out a lot more than you guys know, so I really appreciate your generosity. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I uploaded my first installment, by the way, guys, of Moon Talk, which is a new series where basically it's a community-based series. You guys submit topics you'd like me to talk about, and I talk about them. Maybe you want advice on a situation. Maybe you want to know something about what I can teach you, whether it's law of attraction or anything else. Maybe you just want to hear me cover something, whatever the case may be. So if you haven't seen the first episode of Moon Talk, go check it out. It was posted on my channel yesterday. It's going to be a series that I'm going to be doing weekly. So leave a comment over there on that video if there's something you'd like to hear me talk about, and maybe I'll end up picking your topic and talking about it next week. So do keep that in mind, everybody, okay? All right, though, guys, I love you all so much. Have a great day. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But with that being said, have a great day, everybody. And I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Soul family. And guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace. Much love, everybody.